There's some Dominican cigar smoke for you. Welcome back to Two Hands and a Face Audio, fulfilling our mission of bringing interesting musical product knowledge to you, the waiting consumer, or at least we hope so. We're certainly glad that you're here with us. And on this occasion, we're having a gander at the MXR Phase 95 phase shifter pedal, based on, of course, the very old, decades old, and very famous model, the MXR Phase 90. Probably the most famous phase shifter in the history of phase shifters. Everybody from Eddie Van Halen to David Gilmour to go on and on and on. The list is endless of people who have made these things sound great and made their music sound better with them. So we've got the Phase 95, which is the modern incarnation. And of course, as you can see from the photo, it's considerably smaller. MXR was always the smallest pedal in town. And now with these micro housings, they're even tinier still, but no less powerful. In fact, this modern Phase 95 is possessed of some features that its ancestor, the Phase 90, could only dream about. So what we've got here is a pedal with presets to affect intensity rather than a continuously manipulatable intensity control. You might see that initially as a disadvantage, but when you're gigging with it and all you have to do is press a button to set it where it needs to be, it's a profound advantage. So let's give a taste of our clean guitar sound here that we're going to be using. Nice sound, kind of pretty, nothing special. So we'll start with the neck position pickup in the clean channel of the amp, and we'll engage the MXR Phase 95 on its 45-degree signal, and what that's referring to is a lesser degree of phase shifting. What the device does is it takes your signal, splits it in two, and then it throws the two signals out of phase with each other to create that beautiful swooshing sound. This setting, the 45, is the less impacting of the two. It's a more subtle effect. Here's our clean. Here's our affected. Now let's play the same passage with the deeper phase shift. The effect is far more prominent in the 90 out of phase position. It's a beautiful sound. It's a vintage sound. It's an entirely recognizable sound. I couldn't begin to list the rock and prog and jazz records that have used this very device to create that phasing sound. And this particular device features another interesting control apparatus called a script button. And what the script button basically does is it eliminates from the circuit one of the feedback resistors. And what it basically means is the effect is even less prominent still. Here's the effect in its 45 setting, which is less prominent than the 90. And now we'll flatten it out a little bit more with the script control. Now it's almost incredibly subtle. It's almost in the neighborhood of a chorus pedal. Beautiful sound. And of course we have a fully adjustable and continuously manipulatable speed control so that we can make the effect almost like a Leslie feature on a keyboard rotating speaker. And dial it back to some incredibly slow cycling. up a little bit to a more common pace. And then we can use our script button to minimize the effect and engage maybe some distortion. Which gives a beautiful effect. An effect we've heard many times, many bands. Brian May was prolific in his use of phase shifting and modulation effects in general, but especially phase shifting to get his beautiful lead tones. And we can deepen the effect as deep as it'll go. Getting into some psychedelic areas here with this device. Or we can back it off to its lower cycle position and then engage our script button and that beautiful wash of sound. So we have a lot of options here. I could vary these settings a little bit at a time incrementally and get settings that are different from each other all night long. I know you guys don't want to hear that any more than I do, but I will encourage you to go to your MXR dealer. There's one on every corner in every major city. You can't walk 10 yards without tripping over one, man. So go try it and enhance your sound with a beautiful MXR Phase 95. Built like a little tank. Steel, probably aluminum housing. Takes up very little precious real estate on your pedal board. And with the speed control and the other tonal controls, it will give you anything from a light phase to something extremely heavy and dramatic. And even the most mundane of chord progressions become far more lively and interesting with this device engaged. I can't encourage you enough to go out and hear one for yourself in person. Take a look at it. You're going to love it. You're probably going to buy it. It's economical. It's price friendly. And I can't thank you enough for tuning in to Two Hands and a Face Audio. We love that you are here joining us for these reviews. And if you like what you saw, please hit that subscribe button. Let us know that we mean something to anybody. That would be a treasure. So, have a great afternoon, evening, night, morning, or whatever you happen to be doing at this time of day in your particular part of the world. And don't forget to hit subscribe, and please join us again. Be well.